Hello and welcome to the show. I am Joe Tophat. It's that time of year again. The time for witches, monsters, mummies, and skeletons. And of course, lots and lots of jack-o'-lanterns. It's all part of the greatest movie ever made about Halloween. Yes, I am talking about that immortal classic, The Halloween Tree. Before I go into the movie itself, I want to give a brief history on the making of the Halloween tree. You see, back in the day, Ray Bradbury was working on a drawing of a tree covered in jack-o'-lanterns. It intrigued him so much that he decided to do a story based around this tree, which he called a Halloween tree. In 1967, he teamed up with legendary animator Chuck Jones to make a movie based on the story. Unfortunately, the movie never got made. Well, at least not with Chuck Jones's involvement. In 1972, Ray Bradbury decided to adapt it into a novel, well, of course called The Halloween Tree. The Halloween Tree was about a group of 8 boys who are going out for tricks or treats. Well, unfortunately, their best friend Joe Pipkin, or Pip, is sick with appendicitis and is on the verge of dying. They visit the house of a mysterious man called Mr. Monshroud. It is with Mr. Monshroud that they discovered the Halloween tree, and one pumpkin in particular is Pip's pumpkin. They go on a journey throughout history where they not only try to save their friend Pip, but they learn about the history of Halloween as well. Each historical event of Halloween corresponds with the costumes the boys are wearing. So none of them are going to be dressed like Spider-Man or Optimus Prime. It wasn't until 1993 that the Hanna-Barbera studio made the Halloween tree into a movie. Well, a movie for television, but a movie nonetheless. It follows the book very closely, but instead of it being about a group of 8 boys, it featured 3 boys and a girl. The names of the kids are Tom Skeleton, who dresses like a skeleton. What a name to have. Ralph, a kid with glasses who dresses like a mummy. Wally, the fat kid who dresses like a gargoyle, or monster in general. And Jenny, who was Jimmy in the book, who dresses like a witch. I can see why they changed the gender in this case. Joe Pipkin in the story is basically the greatest boy who ever lived. They say that all the soda pop bottles fizzed over when he was born. So they have like a lot of respect for this kid. And like in the book, he develops appendicitis, but they think he's just pulling a prank on them. Because that's the kind of kid Pip is. But unfortunately, it's all too real. They follow his ghost to where Mr. Monshroud lives. And my god, Monshroud was the best character in the story. The best way to describe Mr. Monshroud's character is he's Merlin if Merlin was deaf himself. He doesn't like the fact that the kids are there because they're interrupting his business of taking Pip's soul. He asks each of them why are they wearing the costumes that they are wearing, and is very upset of the fact that they can't answer it. Pip grabs his pumpkin from the tree and goes throughout the history of Halloween to avoid Monshroud. Now, in a way, Monshroud is like a mentor yet an antagonist rolled into one. He is not evil in any way. He's not picking on Pip just for the sake of it. It's just that Pip is dying and he's just there to collect. He teams up with Ralph, Wally, Jenny, and Tom to get Pip back, and on the way they learn about the history of Halloween. Their first stop is ancient Egypt to learn why Ralph is a mummy. To medieval England to learn why Jenny's a witch. They witness the building of Notre Dame in Paris, France, and learn why Wally is a monster. And finally, they go to Mexico to celebrate Day of the Dead and learn why Tom is a skeleton. And it's not because his last name is Skeleton. I think it was best for the movie to lower the number from 8 to 4. While the book gives more detail of the history of Halloween and they go to way more places, I actually got a more connection between the kids and Pip. In each event, like, for instance, Ralph during ancient Egypt, they would try to save Pip, and Ralph would say something like, Pip, you're the best friend I ever had, and you're the only one who never made fun of me wearing glasses. You get to learn how much Pip really means to them. What a great friend he had been to each of them. So they definitely loved Pip a lot. This could have just been a boring educational movie, but no, there is something at stake. The life of their best friend. Even as an adult, the movie can actually be kind of scary. You see, spoiler alert, how the movie ends is that in order to keep Pip alive, each kid voluntarily gives up 1 year off their lives. That's pretty deep. I don't think I've really seen a movie for kids that does something like that. Well, yeah, it's just 1 year off their lives. They could be lived to 90 years old, but just think about that. 1 year off of your life to save your best friend. How many people can say they would do that? A few interesting things about this movie is that Ray Bradbury himself provides the narration, and Mr. Monshroud is voiced by Mr. Spock himself, Leonard Nimoy. When Leonard Nimoy died, everybody was talking about how he was Mr. Spock, but to me, he'll always be Mr. Monshroud. If you haven't checked out the Halloween Tree, give it a watch. And if you haven't seen it in years, you can buy it on Amazon or at Walmart. Go ahead, it's well worth the price. Well, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.